I am supposed to be doing. So, this kit really is what I've dubbed before as my like solace kit. Like it's just a kit that I am doing because I can. I have no idea what is this. What is happening? What is happening with this piece? Okay, there you go. Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah, that's that piece in F-114. Totally the piece that makes it like left leg, right leg. I didn't even notice that. It's my second time building this. Okay, all right. So we got a leg. We got a leg. We got the front part. Look at the little front part. Now we got to D. D D D D D D D D D. And what's funny is that vocabulary fact, D, as in the letter D, also sounds D, is a Vietnamese word that means go. So, yeah. I'm not even Vietnamese. But, fun fact. Cut these out. Oof. So, off stream, many people usually ask me, like, what are the tools? Like, what are the tools you use? And, like, where can I buy them? And how much were they? Brr. So, in the other live stream that I was actually part of, by Gundam Pros, we talked about what tools are necessary, and we also talked about just getting the correct tools. Not necessarily getting the correct tools, but like what tools do you need? What tools could you go without? Why are certain tools better than other tools? Things like that of that nature. And one of the conversations that came up was these ones, God hands, SPN 120. They retail around $60, 60, 70, something like that. And you should just cut with these. If you know somebody who also does this hobby and has one, you need to cut one of these. Like, cut with, not cut one, you know. For being single-sided cutters, let's see, my sister. You. There you go. Perfect. So, but I've been through so many different types of plastic cutters, nippers, and I started off, which I still have. I started off with these Tamiya ones. Look at that, they still have purple paint in them. Very easy to use. I really like these ones. They're comfortable, and they're more heavy duty. So normally, when you're cutting out pieces, if you look at these runners, you can see that you have plastic material here, and then this connection point, like maybe like right there, connecting to the piece, and that's known as the gate. So with with any part, you would always want to cut twice. So you'll cut out here, you'll cut out here or here, and then you go in without getting too close to the piece. Then you cut that out. You'll pop that out, pop that out, pop that out, and then this is when you'll start sanding and going up the grit. So that's usually that process. I just need to get sandpaper. There we go. But as I went in, I noticed that nippers can't just be all end all. Like, you have to have different pairs to do different functions. So when I started going through and getting better at these, I started getting these ones. So these are also Tamiya, and these are, you can actually tell that these are oxidized. Look at that. This, like, these are old. They're getting older. I think this is about 10 years old. These two are the young. These are the oldest, and then the third oldest, which is the thicker Tamiya. But I used these three for quite a while. I still use them today, and the best investment in all of my hobby career. So get thick ones, and then get really nice ones. Like, they don't have to be $60 expensive. I mean, you just have to get something that is a little bit sharper and a little thinner than, like, your mains. So I always keep my mains, and then you always have something else. So right now, my mains are these two. So I put that one back there, and I usually use the really old ones, for the large pieces on perfect grades. I also do use the other God Hands, which is PN 120, and they're dual-sided cutters. They're not single-sided, which I really like, but they're mostly for quickly cutting through lots of polycaps. But another time. So I'm going to tuck that back there. All right, where are we? We just did D1 8 on both sides. Now we need D1 10. D1 10. So in theory, well, not in theory, but this is how I would do it. So you get your thicker plastic cutters, cut out around. So like these 3mm pegs. We'll cut that one, pull that out. So then you just get this part. And so with this part, you can see that there's like a bunch of plastic material coming out from here. Let's get that. Like right here, right there, right there. Because it was all intentional. So now with the sharper plastic cutters or nippers, then you go in and as close as possible without gouging the piece, you take that off. Now, I have found in my time that even you cutting as close as you can, you will still always have to sand. Just don't cut too far in, or you risk damaging a piece. So don't damage pieces. All right. Cut out two more. And you can just see. You can just see it too. Like, look how easy this is. I'm not even adding a lot of pressure. It's all it is, just like my thumb. So if I get close, like, it just falls off. It's actually quite wonderful. So I'm going to put that down here. And oh, it's the other part of the knee. Oh, okay. go. Get the other side now. But I'm going to skip a few steps here. I haven't finished a build on live stream yet. So I plan for it to actually be this one. So let's put this one in. As I'm like dropping things. But I really like Tamiya parts. I have Hobby Mio, and God Hand. I haven't used any of the GSI Krios. That is on my bucket list. So definitely in the future. I heard they're great. Now we're on B. Letter B1. Be the one and only. Okay. There it is. So now we are cutting out B1, 7, and 6.